Hey guys, Trevor Boone from Emerald City Guitars, and today my pick of the day is 1965 Fender Jaguar, and it's an ice metallic blue, one of the coolest finishes I've ever seen and a personal favorite. The Jaguar started in 1962, that's when it was debuted. It went to 75 in the first initial run, so that's a 13-year-old run that when they first came out, Telecaster and Stratocaster were extremely popular, very successful. Leo was trying to figure out what's next, trying to get into the surf scene, the jazz scene. The Jazzmaster came out, the Bass 6, the Jaguar. So at this time, you can see that Leo, his engineer mindset kind of took over a bit. He added a bunch of switches, 2 separate circuits in this guitar. He's got the floating vibrato mechanism where the bridge actually moves entirely to try to keep the intonation of the guitar. A complete departure from the synchronized vibrato on the Strat. So he's trying things out. The notched sides on the pickups, which are supposed to improve RF shielding and be quieter than the Strat and Tele. I still feel like that's debatable. But nonetheless, an awesome guitar. So it did get picked up by the surf scene. You see a lot of cats, the Ventures, and a lot of bands similar to that were using these. They just have that signature sound out of this vibrato system. The pickups have a certain tone with the body combination that you just don't get out of a Strat nor a Tele. It's got its own thing, and it's very easy to pick out, I feel like, when listening to those old records. So after surf music, it's picked up by punk, alternative, shoegaze, and indie music, just for, it's a little different than your super crystal clear, kind of bluesy Strat tone or chicken pickin' twang. It sits right in the middle. It's a nice platform for pedals. Just a cool guitar that I love seeing guys use this, and because it always sounds different. It's really a great platform for whatever they're using for effects or a little bit more ambiance music. They're great. You can really, and I feel like using this vibrato, there's just an art to that. You can, once you get that down, it's just a real dreamy sound. When the Jaguar first came out, it wasn't as popular as they'd hoped. And, but they did, like I said, they picked up that surf crowd. A lot of the advertisements featured those kind of beach-themed ads and scenes with the old car and the guy and the gal with the Jaguar laying out in the sun, and just those classic cool Fender ads that we've seen before. They have the shorter 24-inch scale, 22 fret neck, and I mentioned the pickups a bit ago, but these are single coils with these notched side plates, which is, again, supposed to improve RF shielding and be quieter than that Strat and Tele that was out at the time. The vibrato. So this is a floating vibrato mechanism, and it's totally different than the Stratocaster. The bridge literally moves back and forth, and it's supposed to keep intonation correct while you're using it. And it's supposed to be used, that was one of the cool features about it. It sounds good when you use it. In this case, so this guitar is 100% original, except right now it has a mastery bridge on it. If you're watching this video specifically looking at Jags or Jazzmasters, I'm sure you're familiar with the mastery bridge, but it's a modern component that a lot of guys are using right now. They help the intonation, the strings stay in place. They're just a nice, aftermarket piece to pop in that doesn't ruin the integrity of the instruments. You don't have to do a bunch of drilling or anything. They work real nice. Anyways, really, really cool guitar, and like I said before, it's a really great custom color, ice metallic blue, which is extremely rare. I've seen it on a couple guitars. Neil Finn bought one from me a while ago, pretty much identical to this. I know Josh Klinghoffer has a really cool Jazzmaster in this color. They're just awesome. You don't see them every day, and they definitely catch the eyes. So anyways, besides kind of, a couple of the details about Jaguar, this specific one, I'm a huge fan of. The neck feels so good, perfectly worn down, really nice smoothness to it. The fretboard on this guitar is so unique. It's figured just unbelievably, almost 3-dimensional. You don't really see that on those boards like that. Again, the guitar is completely original except for the bridge. The original is in the case with the cover and the mute. So it's the full package, original case, and there's nothing wrong with this guitar. It sounds really good, plays great. Today I'm gonna plug this guitar into a kind of the run-of-the-mill Deluxe Reverb reissue, which I love these amps. If I go to a gig and I didn't bring mine, it's a dream amp to have backline because it's very familiar, gets the job done. This one is pristine and it just came in, so I'm gonna crank up some reverb and have some fun with this Jaguar. Okay, so we're gonna start with just the rhythm circuit. So Switch that on, goes to the rhythm circuit, and you have separate controls up here. Next circuit, it's when you control all these right here. It has the third switch is a little high pass filter that you can engage on any pickup. So neck pickup on. This was a 1965 ice metallic blue Jaguar through a reissue Deluxe Reverb that we just got in. Hope you guys enjoy it, and thanks for watching.